So the next method for the preparation of aldehyde and ketone is by hydration of alkynes. Hydration of alkynes is nothing but just you have to add water to the alkynes. But the condition is these alkynes, they will react with water only in presence of dilute H2SO4 and mercuric sulfate, that is HgSO4 here. Alkynes reacts with water. Only in presence of dilute H2SO4 and HgSO4 mercuric sulfate to form an unstable enol which rearranges to give aldehyde or ketone. So the condition is what? Whenever you add water to the alkyne, you have to take what? In presence of what? Dilute H2SO4 and mercuric sulfate, that is HgSO4. So in bracket I will write, always you keep in mind, these alkynes, they will react with water only in presence of dilute acid and mercury plus 2. Okay, this is very, very important, you have to remember. Suppose if I take ethane molecule, CH, triple bond, CH, this on treating with water in presence of acid and mercuric sulfate, that is HgSO4, just you have to break one 5 bond here. Just you have to break one 5 bond, add H one side and OH one side. In water you will be having what? H and OH here. Just you have to break one 5 bond, add one hydrogen this side and one OH this side. Then it become as CH2. Here you are adding one hydrogen and this side what is added here? OH is added. CH2. Here on 5 bond is broken, only double bond is remaining here. Double bond. This become as CH and this is OH you have attached. And this is in the form of enol, alkene. Double bond is also there and alcoholic functional group also there here. So that it is called as what? Enol. And always enols are unstable. That's why it will undergo what? Tautomerism to give the aldehyde here. So this bond is shifted to this one. This H plus is coming outside and then these 5 bonds are moving to this CH2. It become as CH2 minus and this H plus will come here. So that it become as what? CH3 single bond and this is C double bond O and H here. So what will be your answer here? This is CH3 C double bond O and H here. So that your answer will be ethanol. It undergo what? Tautomerism. This is called as what? This process is called as tautomerism. So alkynes, they will react with water in presence of acid and HgSO4 to form an unstable enol which undergo tautomerism or rearrangement you call it as, and to give what? Aldehyde. That is nothing but ethanol. Ethane gives what? Ethanol. Suppose if I take propane molecule, this is a CH3 C triple bond CH. This on treating with water in presence of acid and HgSO4. Just what you have to do here? You add H and OH across the 5 bond and it will form what? Enol. But here you have to use the Markovnikov rule. What is Markovnikov rule? Always negative end is added to the carbon having less number of hydrogen atom. Here you have to add OH and here you have to add what? H here. Across the triple bond you are adding water molecule. So what you have to do is, according to the Markovnikov's rule, what is Markovnikov's rule here? Always the negative end is added to the carbon atom which is having less number of hydrogen. So here no hydrogens are there, here only one hydrogen is there. So OH is added to this carbon atom and H is added to this carbon atom. What you will get here? CH, this will be a double bond, you will get it as CH2, and here OH is added here. Again it is in the form of enol, en and ol, it is alcohol OL, and this is what, alkene en. So this enol is being unstable, again it will undergo what, tautomerism. This bond is shifted here and this bond will be shifted here. This H plus is attached to this CH2 minus, it become as CH3, and this become as C double bond O here. So what will be your answer now? It is undergoing what, tautomerism to give, this is a CH3, C double bond O, CH3. So your answer will be acetone, you will get ketone here. So by this method you can prepare both aldehyde as well as ketone, but the thing is, by this method you cannot prepare formaldehyde. Formaldehyde cannot be prepared by the hydration of the alkynes. So this is how both aldehydes and ketone can be prepared by using hydration of the alkyne. One thing you keep in mind, if you take an unsymmetrical alkyne, then addition of water takes place according to the Markovnikov rule. You have to add OH to the carbon atom having less number of hydrogen. So OH is added to this one and H is added to this carbon atom, which is forming an enol. Being unstable, it undergo tautomerism to give the ketone here. Okay, next one. Hello students, already we have started aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids, that is organic topic, and in the last session we have discussed up to methods of preparation of aldehydes and ketones. In this session we will discuss methods of preparation of aldehyde. Means there are some methods which are applicable only for the preparation of aldehydes. Okay, that is first one is from acid chlorides. From acid chlorides. What are acid chlorides here? They are nothing but RCOCl. RCOCl is the acid chloride. Okay, these acid chlorides are reduced to aldehydes with hydrogen in presence of palladium supported on barium sulfate. So this reaction is also called as Rosenmund reduction, because this palladium is a Rosenmund reagent. It is, this reaction is called as Rosenmund reduction. Rosenmund's reduction. Always you keep in mind, in case of aldehydes and ketones, for 2 marks they will ask most of the time these named reactions only. This is called as what? Rosenmund's reduction. So example, this acid chloride is reduced with hydrogen in presence of palladium supported on the barium sulfate. Just you have to break this bond, you add one hydrogen here, add one hydrogen here, you have to break this bond here. Okay, this become as RCHO, one aldehyde, and HCl you will get. So this will be RCHO plus HCl. So example for this one is, if I write CH3 COCl, this on reduction with hydrogen in presence of palladium supported on the barium sulfate, just you have to break this carbon and Cl bond, you add one hydrogen here, because here you are having two hydrogens. So this gives what? CH3CHO plus HCl. CH3 CHO plus HCl. Even you can take benzoyl chloride also. This benzoyl chloride, this on reduction with hydrogen in presence of palladium supported on barium sulfate, you will get aromatic aldehyde also. You add one hydrogen here, This is a benzene ring with CHO, and this is HCl. So this will be your benzaldehyde plus HCl. But one point you have to remember here, during this reaction, a small quantity of sulfur or quinoline is added in order to prevent the further reduction of these aldehyde to the alcohols. What happens here? These aldehydes, suppose if I take these aldehydes like this, C double bond O and this is H, further reduction of aldehyde gives what? If you break this 5 bond, you add one hydrogen here, you add another hydrogen here. Reduction is nothing but addition of hydrogen. Further reduction of these aldehyde gives what? Alcohol here. This becomes as RCH2 and OH. So in order to prevent the further reduction of these aldehydes to the alcohol, a small amount of sulfur or quinoline is added as a poison, which prevents the further reduction of these aldehydes to the alcohols here. So what you have to write here? A small amount of sulfur or quinoline is added. Quinoline is added to prevent further reduction of aldehydes to the alcohols. So what is the role of this sulfur or quinoline? They act as poison. They will poison the action of this catalyst here. So this is about Rosenmund reduction. Just to keep in mind, these acid chlorides are reduced to aldehydes in presence of what? Palladium supported on the barium sulfate. This reagent is called as Rosenmund reagent here. Okay, this is one of the important named reaction. Next one. So the next method for the preparation of aldehydes is from nitriles. These nitriles are nothing but cyanides R, C triple bond N here. These nitriles, first they are reduced to the corresponding imines with SnCl2 in presence of HCl, and those imines which on further hydrolysis they will give what? Aldehydes here. So here nitriles are reduced to imines with SnCl2 in presence of HCl, which on further hydrolysis gives aldehydes. First thing you keep in mind, this SnCl2 plus HCl or this SnCl2 in presence of HCl, it is called as Stephen's reagent. This is a reducing agent. Here stannous chloride, SnCl2 is a stannous chloride, it is oxidized to the stannic chloride, it will react with 2 moles of HCl, so that it will be converted into SnCl4 plus it will give 1 mole of hydrogen gas, and this hydrogen gas is used to reduce nitriles to the imines, and those imines which on hydrolysis they will give what? Aldehydes. Imines are nothing but here carbon double bond nitrogen and H, the compound which contain this bond, they are what? Imines here. Suppose instead of hydrogen any substituent is present here, those are called as what? Derivatives of the imines. Okay, and this reaction is called as Stephen's reaction because this stannous chloride in presence of HCl, this reducing agent is Stephen's reagent here. So this reaction is called as what? Stephen's reaction. Always you keep in mind Stephen's reaction. This is called as Stephen's reaction. So for board point of view, you have to concentrate on the named reaction. For 2 marks they will ask these named reactions only. We'll write the example now. Suppose if I take R, C triple bond N here, this on treating with SnCl2, this is a stannous chloride in presence of HCl. This is a reducing agent which gives 2 hydrogen, we know this one. Just you have to break one 5 bond, add one hydrogen here and one hydrogen here, so that it become as RCH double bond NH here. RCH double bond NH. This compound is nothing but your imine. This is called as what? Imine here. So this upon hydrolysis, hydrolysis is nothing but addition of water. But here across the double bond you have to add water molecule, that is H plus and OH minus you have to add. Here this carbon is more electropositive as compared to the nitrogen. Nitrogen is negative and carbon is positive here. To the positive you have to add negative. So for carbon you have to add OH minus, and to this nitrogen you add what? H plus ion. Across the double bond you have to add water molecule. Again here you have to break this 5 bond, add OH here and H here, because this is electropositive, so that it become as positive, add negative species to this one here. So this become as RCH single bond NH2. To this nitrogen you have added another hydrogen, and here you are adding what here? Another OH. And this compound being unstable, what happens? These bond pairs are taken by this oxygen, and this bond pair is taken by what? Nitrogen. Always you keep in mind, electronegative elements, they will go out with the bond. Similarly here also, oxygen being more electronegative, it takes the bond pair. This H plus whatever is coming outside, it will combine with this NH2 minus to form the ammonia molecule, and this will be converted into what? Aldehyde. RCH, this becomes as double bond here. So this forms what here? Ultimately what you will get? RC double bond OH plus ammonia molecule. So this is how these nitriles are reduced to the imines, which these imines which on hydrolysis they will give the aldehydes, and this reaction is called as what? Stephen's reaction. We will write another example here. So already we know that reduction of these nitriles using stannous chloride in presence of HCl is what? Stephen's reaction. Reduction of nitriles using SnCl2 in presence of HCl. So here if I take another example, this is CH3, C triple bond En it is. This on treating with stannous chloride, that is SnCl2 in presence of HCl. Already we know this is a reducing agent which gives 2 hydrogens. Those 2 hydrogens, they are added across the triple bond. Just you have to break this 5 bond, add hydrogen here and hydrogen here. So it become as, this is your CH3, CH double bond NH. This is your imine. Carbon nitrogen double bond is called as what? Imine. This nitrogen is connected to hydrogen, it is pure imine. Suppose instead of hydrogen any other substituent is there, that is nothing but derivative of the imine it is. So here this imine which upon hydrolysis, always you keep in mind, reduction of these nitriles using stannous chloride is nothing but Stephen's reaction. So which upon hydrolysis, addition of water. How you add water here? To the positive species you have to add OH minus, to the negative species you have to add what? H plus. So again you break this 5 bond, add OH, add H here. So your answer will be CH3, and this will be CH, and this will be your OH is added to this CH, and this become as what? NH2. Again same mechanism, this bond pair is taken by oxygen and this bond pair is taken by the nitrogen. This H plus combined with what? NH2 minus, this become as CH3CHO plus ammonia. So here the next thing is what you will get here? This will be nothing but CH3CHO aldehyde plus 1 ammonia molecule is formed here. And here these nitriles can also be reduced by using Dibal H, that is diisobutyl aluminum hydride, that is another reducing agent. But the reduction of these nitriles using stannous chloride in presence of HCl, this is only called as Stephen's reaction. For this one alternatively you can use Dibal H also, that I will write. That is reagent, another reagent is, that is called as Dibal H. This Dibal H is nothing but diisobutyl aluminum hydride. Aluminum hydride. This is called as Dibal H. In short, in the reaction you will write Dibal H it is. Okay, that is nothing but aluminum hydride, that is diisobutyl. In short, they will write like this also. This is isobutyl, diisobutyl aluminum hydride it is. Okay. So if I take this CH3, C triple bond N, this on treating with diball H, again you will get imines. Again what you will get? Imines only. Just you have to break this 5 bond, add hydrogen across the triple bond here. So you will get CH3, CH double bond NH. Again you will get imine here. This imine upon hydrolysis. Hydrolysis is what? Again you have to break this 5 bond to the electropositive atom. This is a positive and this is electronegative. Here you add H plus and here you add what? OH minus. What you will get here? This is CH3, CH, this become as NH2 and this will be OH here. Again here this bond is taken by oxygen and this bond pair is taken by the nitrogen. This is being unstable. Then what happens here? There is a formation of what? Aldehyde, CH3, CHO plus ammonia you will get. So always you keep in mind, for the reduction of the nitriles you can use stannous chloride in presence of HCl, or you can use diball H also. Only the reagent stannous chloride in presence of HCl is, this is the Stephens reaction, and alternatively you can use what? Diball H also, which gives again imines, and these imines upon hydrolysis again they will give what? Aldehyde and ammonia here. Okay. Next reaction. The next reaction is, even esters can also be reduced to the aldehyde by using diball H. Esters are reduced to aldehydes by using reducing agent, that is diball H. Diball H is nothing but diisobutyl aluminum hydride it is. So if I take ester or C double bond OR, this on treating with diball H, always you keep in mind this diball H is a reducing agent which gives what? Hydrogen for the reduction. So again what you have to do is, just you have to break this carbon oxygen bond. Okay, this carbonyl carbon and this oxygen bond you have to break. You add one hydrogen here and add one hydrogen here, so that you will get a mixture of aldehyde and alcohol. This diball H, it reduces ester to the aldehyde and alcohol. There is a mixture of aldehyde and alcohol is obtained here. So this is your aldehyde, RCHO plus ROH. So esters are reduced to the mixture of aldehyde as well as alcohol by using what? Diball H here. So these are your esters and this is your aldehyde and this is alcohol. Okay. Suppose if I take another example which is given in the NCERT, you have to concentrate on the NCERT examples also. This is CH2 9 times, again C double bond OCH3. This on treating with the diball H, which is a reducing agent. Already we know that it gives what? Hydrogen. So which bond you have to break here? This carbon oxygen bond you have to break like this. Then this hydrogen and hydrogen. You add one hydrogen this side, one hydrogen this side. So this become as your aldehyde and this become as what? Alcohol here. So this is CH3, CH2 9 times as it is. Next this carbonyl group is attached to one hydrogen, plus you will get a methyl alcohol CH3OH. So this is how you can reduce esters to the aldehyde by using diball H here. Next one. So the next method is preparation of aromatic aldehydes. Preparation of aromatic aldehydes. So here if I take toluene, actually here there is a benzaldehyde and its derivatives, they are prepared from aromatic hydrocarbon. So if I take toluene here, this is a toluene, 3 hydrogens are connected to this one like this. This is your toluene. This toluene upon oxidation gives benzyl alcohol. That is, you have to add just one oxygen between the carbon and hydrogen. It will be converted into alcohol, that is aromatic alcohol. So this is you can call it as H as it is. Here you will get what? OH. So it is converted into what? Benzyl alcohol. So in the first step, toluene is oxidized to the benzyl alcohol. This benzyl alcohol, upon oxidation, it gives a benzaldehyde. Oxidation is just you have to remove these 2 hydrogen here. On removing these 2 hydrogen, just you have to form a double bond between carbon and oxygen. So it will be converted to the benzaldehyde. In the next step, oxidation is, it will be formed as benzaldehyde. So there is a formation of what? Benzaldehyde. Actually this hydrogen is removed. So this is your benzaldehyde. Okay, I have written this side only in order to avoid the confusion. So this benzaldehyde, upon further oxidation, it gives what? Benzoic acid. Just you have to add an oxygen between the carbon and hydrogen here. So it will be converted to benzoic acid like this. I'll write this carbon oxygen double bond. This become as OH. This is your benzoic acid. Like this, aromatic hydrocarbons can be oxidized to the alcohol and aromatic aldehyde and aromatic acids here. So this is if you use a strong oxidizing agent, they will directly convert these alkyl benzene into the benzoic acid. So if you want to convert them directly into the benzoic acid, you have to use strong oxidizing agent, and it is possible to convert this alkyl benzene into the benzaldehyde just by using a suitable mild oxidizing agent. Okay, suitable oxidizing agent is used means this toluene can be converted into what? Benzaldehyde. So here benzaldehyde and its derivatives are prepared from the aromatic hydrocarbons. Benzaldehyde and its derivatives are prepared from aromatic hydrocarbons. You will see the reaction one by one. So the first reaction is Itard reaction. First one is Itard's reaction. This is a very important named reaction. Most of the time it will be asked for 2 marks. Itard's reaction. So what is the reagent used here for Itard's reaction? Reagent used is chromyl chloride. Formula is CrO2Cl2. Okay. In this reaction, what happens? Toluene reacts with this chromyl chloride in presence of CCl4 or CS2 to form a chromium complex, which upon hydrolysis gives benzaldehyde here. So in this Itard reaction, toluene reacts with chromyl chloride in presence of CCl4 or CS2, that is carbon disulfide, to form chromium complex, which on hydrolysis gives benzaldehyde. So this is the point you have to remember here. So first we will take a toluene here. This toluene, on treating with 2 moles of CrO2Cl2 in presence of CCl4 or CS2, it will form a chromium complex, that is a brown color complex. This is as it is. So here these 2 hydrogens of the methyl group, they are connected to the oxygen of this chromyl chloride, and that complex is OCrOHCl2. This will be OCrOHCl2 as it is. This is your brown color complex. Brown color chromyl chloride complex it is, which upon hydrolysis just addition of water, which upon hydrolysis gives what? Benzaldehyde. You have to break the bond like this. Oxygen is electronegative, this oxygen is electronegative, and this carbon is what? Electropositive. To the positive side you have to add OH, and to the negative side you have to add what? H here. So here if you are breaking this bond, you add one OH here, H here, OH here, and H here, so that it will be like this. You will get 2 OH upon a single carbon atom. This will be CH, and you will get like this. This is OH, and this will be OH here. So to this carbon atom you will get what? 2 OH. Always you keep in mind, whenever 2 OH groups are present on the same carbon atom, it is unstable. Always it loses a water molecule. So this bond pair is taken by this oxygen, and this OH minus is given outside. H plus and OH minus, water molecule is given outside. So this water molecule is given outside, so that this becomes as what? Carbon oxygen double bond. So your answer will be, you will get benzaldehyde like this, CHO. So ultimately you will get what? Benzaldehyde. So what happens here? Toluene reacts with chromyl chloride in presence of CCl4 to form a brown color complex, that is a chromium complex, which upon hydrolysis just you have to add water molecule. You take 2 moles of water molecule here. Okay. So what happens here? 2 OH is added this side, and 2 H plus ions are added to this side here. So we will not write the byproduct. Only to this carbon atom 2 OH groups are attached here, and 2 OH upon single carbon atom is unstable. It loses a water molecule to give what? Benzaldehyde. This is what Itard's reaction. This is very, very important for the 2-mark questions here. Okay. Next one. So the next example is, in Itard's reaction, if higher alkyl group is present on the benzene ring, then what will be the product here? Suppose if I take benzene, to this benzene ring, higher alkyl group like CH2, CH3 is attached. This on treating with the chromyl chloride, CrO2Cl2 in presence of CCl4 or CS2. In this case, this end carbon atom will be oxidized to the aldehydic group by the chromyl chloride. So your answer will be, this benzene ring attached to the CH2, and this will be written as aldehydic group here. Okay. Next one, this benzaldehyde can also be prepared by treating the toluene with chromic oxide in presence of acetic anhydride, and which forms benzalidine diacetate, and that on hydrolysis gives what? Again benzaldehyde. So the next method is, toluene reacts with CrO3 in presence of acetic anhydride to form benzalidine diacetate, which on hydrolysis gives benzaldehyde. Here, if I take toluene, this toluene reacts with chromic oxide, CrO3. This is an oxidizing agent. In presence of what? Acetic anhydride, CH3, CO twice oxygen. So it will form what? Benzaldehyde diacetate. This is your benzene ring to which CH is attached. It will form OC double bond O CH3. This is OC double bond O CH3. So this is called as benzaldehyde diacetate. This benzaldehyde diacetate upon hydrolysis. This hydrolysis is nothing but addition of water. This oxygen and oxygen, these are being electronegative, these are negative, and this carbon is what? Electropositive. To this carbon you add OH minus, and to these hydrogens you have to add what? To these oxygens you have to add hydrogen here. So here OH minus is added and here H is added. Again OH minus and here H is added. So that here 2 moles of acetic acid is formed. CH3 COOH, that is eliminated, and you will get 2 OH minus upon single carbon atom, that is 2 hydroxy groups are present on the single carbon atom. Already we know that 2 hydroxy groups are present on the single carbon atom. Again they are unstable, they will lose the water molecule. This bond pair is taken by oxygen and this OH minus is eliminated. This H plus and OH minus is given outside, so that here one water molecule is eliminated to give what? Benzaldehyde. Ultimately you will get what? Benzaldehyde here. This is your benzaldehyde. In this way, this toluene, it reacts with what? Chromic oxide in presence of acetic anhydride to form benzaldehyde diacetate. This upon hydrolysis, it gives what? Benzaldehyde it is. Okay, next reaction.